Welcome back to The Express at Boo La La in North Vancouver. Not only is this one of the biggest and best costume shops in the Lower Mainland, they also do costume consultations. So if you come in with an idea, they can help you achieve it. Currently, I'm doing Game of Thrones. You like it? Well, it's time now on The Express for a road trip to a pretty special place. It started out as a rustic fishing lodge, and now it's a world-class resort. Might have changed my outfit for this one.
Travel along with us as we explore the many marvelous attractions and activities of beautiful British Columbia on the Quality Assured Collision Road Trip.
On today's Quality Assured Collision Road Trip, we are going island hopping, and getting there is just part of the adventure. First off, leaving Campbell River, we take the ferry bound for Quadra Island, a 10-minute crossing. Just enough time to snap a few memories and visit the captain on the bridge and take it all in. Shift the gears down to Island Time, where time slows down just a little. Follow the windy roads, and in no time we're at a world-class fishing resort, a place to unwind and get away from it all. We're here at April Point Resort and Spa. It's enough to take your breath away. And for resort manager Mike O'Hara, it's a dream job.
Being outside, enjoying the nature, the sunshine, the quietness, listening to the water lapping, and spending time with one another. You know, on the 40 acres of the property we have here, and just enjoying the view of perhaps the whales going through, getting to spend some time, getting to know each other once again, our own selves. You know, and then we like to squeeze in hopefully some really good food in there once in a while as well.
April Point also offers what they call the Live and Learn series. It's an opportunity to try your hand at playing the harp, birdwatch, or even yoga.
Hold everything, turn and look over the left hand, enjoy the view. I've had total beginners come. Excellent. And they're very brave because some people are daunted to think that we'll be doing so much yoga over 3 days, but we pace it, we take it easy, and I offer different options for different people, and I also let people play hooky if they really need to go out kayaking or lie in the sun. It's really here just to have so we can have a wonderful experience.
Rest and relaxation means different things to different people, and here there are endless ways to define it.
It's a place of grace and beauty. It's a place of adventure and quiet. It's got everything. The accommodations, we thought it would be a rustic fishing camp. And we were so surprised to find the accommodations not only comfortable, but very luxurious.
It's so peaceful, and there's lots of wildlife. The water is so clear. You can look down and see the bottom and see all the wildlife that's down there. We don't see that in the city quite as much in Vancouver, although it's getting better there. But up here, it's the people have been extremely friendly. We've been across the other side of the island, had wonderful experiences there. It's quite a place.
Free shuttle service transports guests back and forth between April Point on Quadra and Pater's Lodge in Campbell River. And here's a travel tip for you. You don't have to be a guest to take the trip. Every day can be different or the same, depending on your ambitions or choice of diversions. It's the best of all possible worlds. April Point Resort and Spa is a haven, a place to relax, rejuvenate, and recharge. For Quality Assured Collision Road Trip on Quadra Island, I'm Marjorie Greaves.
Entertaining and informative, the Quality Assured Collision Road Trip. Weekends on Shaw TV. Always something new and exciting.
Now, this is a favorite costume, often at Halloween, right? I'm at Boo La La in North Vancouver, but I'm not sure it's really working for me, if I'm bad or this is just bad. Anyway, you can decide for yourself after you see what's up next.
After the break, flamenco guitarist Juan Martin. The Express, we are your local voice.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by
Hairstyling and color services for Shaw TV, provided by The Lounge Hair Studio. LoungeHairStudio.com.
I'm an island girl, but Vancouver's definitely home. I think home is where your happy place is. That's what I love about the Express. We meet people who are passionate about what they do. And we're not pretending to be something we're not. We're just celebrating who we really are.
Welcome to the Express. I'm Johanna Ward. Today's show is all about you. Welcome back to the Express at Boulala in North Vancouver. My favorite thing about Halloween is that you can dress up as anything that you want, and you can create any kind of character that you want. So I'm doing a mashup of some TV shows. Here I've got Dexter meets House. What do you think? Well, how about some more reasons to dress up? Maybe the classy over creepy with today's Express Spotlight. Support a fundraiser for the Canadian Diabetes Association. Ain't She Sweet at Highcroft Manor features a 40s fashion show commentated by fashion historian Ivan Sayers. Musical performances by the Stevens Sisters and me as the MC. This Halloween at the Dr. Sun Yat-sen Garden, it transforms into a theatrical haunted setting for a traditional Chinese detective story. Brave the garden's haunted pathways, uncover important clues, then warm yourself up at the old tea house. Positively Petite Miniature Exhibition is an annual event at Place des Arts in Coquitlam, presenting 2D and 3D miniatures in a wide variety of media by nearly 50 artists. And for more Halloween costume ideas, come to Boulala here in North Vancouver. They have tons of costumes and tons of ideas. They're open from 11 until 9 through to Saturday, then back to their regular hours for Sunday and Monday. You're watching The Express only on Shaw TV. We're going to leave you with the music of one of the world's leading flamenco guitarists, and we'll see you next time. Happy Halloween.
Hello, I'm Bianca Sulterbeck, and Shaw TV is your source for municipal election coverage this fall. Join me and Ted Field and our entire production team on election night, November 19th from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. as we bring you comprehensive coverage and complete results. Leading up to election night, we'll have platform statements from over 600 candidates and profiles on the mayoral races from across Metro Vancouver to the Fraser Valley and Sea to Sky municipalities. Pitt Meadows' breathtaking scenery has been the backdrop for many big Hollywood films. But longtime resident Gary Poller, who's retired from a career in the film industry, says it's getting harder to live here.
I've been watching my taxes just escalate at a high rate of speed, and I thought, why is this happening?
Poller is running against 2 city councilors to become the new mayor of Pitt Meadows.
This is the one town where you can actually walk down the street and people still say hi to each other.
Deb Walters, a 2-term councillor, argues taxes are low in Pitt Meadows.
We're fiscally responsible. We look at all our budget when we're planning any kind of tax increase.
John Becker, a lawyer and 3-term councillor, says his city knows how to stretch tax dollars.
Our excellent staff base is one of the leanest per capita in Metro Vancouver.
We're second from the bottom in the Lower Mainland.
You know, whether they're the second lowest or the second highest, it doesn't matter. People are tired of taking money out of their pockets.
Walters says when it comes to transportation, taxes are often affected by TransLink and other municipalities.
The east side of Pitt Meadows, Maple Ridge, Mission, they're growing, and we have to move that regional traffic through our community without impacting our taxpayers. So we have to look at the development on north side of Lougheed. It's our last large parcel, so we have to do it right, and we can't rush it.
We have to partner with Metro Vancouver, with TransLink, with the Ministry of Highways. I have those connections, those relationships, and those skills.
We have to start bringing in more business into this community, but we have to have something for them to want to come here. We need to bring those jobs to Pitt Meadows, and nobody's out there doing that.
Transportation and taxes are important issues, but John Becker, who will lessen his workload at his law practice if he wins, says an experienced candidate is a priority for the voters he's talked to.
Well, I think the main issue for the residents in this election is going to be who is competent to run the city. The skills I've got, I've acquired over 31 years in business and practicing law and working my tail off throughout this community.
But Walters says Becker will be too busy with his law practice to be a full-time mayor.
John has a business that he runs full-time, and I will be a mayor full-time.
Pollard argues he's experienced in business and is capable of learning the day-to-day tasks at City Hall.
I think I can do something for this city. I've managed my own company for 35 plus years, and I've been in the black every year.
While Pollard is advocating change,
I need to make sure that there's changes here and changes for the better.
both Walters and Becker agree most voters have this to say.
Don't screw it up. They're happy with the course of how City Hall has done things like the community center here, the entire South Bonson.
They love Pitt Meadows the way it is. So we don't want to do drastic changes. We want to keep on the path we're going. We're in the right direction, and we need to move forward on it.
But all three candidates do agree on one thing: vote.
And I don't care which candidate you vote for. It's one of the rights that we have left. You need to voice your opinion.
Pitt Meadows votes on November 19th. I'm Bianca Salterbeck in Pitt Meadows for Shaw TV.
The race for Pemberton Council is on, but farmer Jordan Sturdy can focus on fall harvesting these days at North Arm Farm in Pemberton. He was acclaimed mayor for a third term earlier this month.
You guys, what are you doing? Come here. Come here.
Well, it's a real honor and it's a privilege, and I've had a really interesting and educational experience over the course of the last 6 years, and I'm looking forward to the next 3. It's a real thrill.
The mayor's seat is filled. 4 council seats remain, with 7 candidates at the gate. 2 councillors seek re-election, including Alan LeBlanc. This jack-of-all-trades businessman seeks to develop employment opportunities for Pemberton.
We're looking at a run-over-the-river project. There's also a community forest of 10,000 cubic meters, which I would hope would spawn some small businesses to utilize that fiber and wood. There's a mining interest in our area. Hopefully we can get some jobs out of that. Of course, the independent school would be a nice, clean industry here in Pemberton that would create more jobs.
The local economy is the biggest driver behind business owner Robert Zachary's candidacy platform as well.
The first and foremost issue is the stagnant economy. Not necessarily stagnant economy, but the world economy is obviously affecting us. It's affecting Whistler, then affecting Pemberton. It's all about traffic flow and numbers. Yes, we have our farm base here, but the village of Pemberton does not. We have 1 farm in the valley that actually is a producer.
Candidate James Linklater would like to see an equal representation between residents of the village and neighbouring farmlands that fall under the Squamish-Lillooet Regional District.
Historically, the last council, we only had 1 councillor that was actually a resident of the village, within the village boundaries versus the SLRD.
The Whistler Blackcomb employee has raised his family for 16 years in the village of Pemberton. The Pemberton Rotary Club member would make fiscal responsibility his #1 priority.
We're all experiencing tough economic times, so we can't live beyond our means, and that means being efficient and being effective and maybe doing without.
Ted Craddock's Vote for Craddock button has been recycled many times over the years. The retiree has sat on numerous councils and school boards, including 2 terms on Squamish Council. The chair of the Finance Committee aims to keep tax, water and sewer rates reasonable and refocus council efforts on the Pemberton Airport.
The airport expansion, I still want to see us do some work out there. We're really pleased that Blackcomb Aviation has come to town and brought a lot of good paying jobs. And we need to find a way to pay for Phil at the airport so the flying club and other users can start expanding out there.
The push for more recreation and facilities is always at the forefront of residents' minds, including Mike Richmond, a contractor who is currently working for Whistler Resort Management. But the busy dad is more famously known as the owner of the Pony Espresso for 14 years.
One big focus for me is recreation. I'm very involved in recreation. I'm a coach for the senior girls basketball team. I'm a youth soccer coach. I'm on the recreation advisory committee. And with the amount of small families we have in Pemberton, I think it's important that we continue to grow our recreational services. Trails, all those things are important to a healthy lifestyle for the young families. It'll also keep the families in Pemberton as opposed to them leaving to other towns that have more facilities.
Candidate Nikki Van Kirk, who runs her internet-based company from home, has a specific recreational infrastructure proposal in mind.
First thing that I want to focus on is connecting our community. As our boundaries are expanding, there's going to be more development in areas that are outside of the village, and I'd really like there to be a paved off-road trail, off the highway trail, so that kids can get to school in 10 or 15 minutes on their bike. They can safely ride, so that families can pack up their chariots and come into town and go to the library and do some shopping and get here without having to drive a car.
As the co-organizer of Slow Food Cycle Sunday, Pemberton Farmers Market manager and executive on women's soccer and hockey leagues, Nikki is dedicated to upping Spud Valley's tourism ante.
I'd really like to work on supporting events and activities that will draw more people to here to enjoy the beauty, the outdoors, the natural environment, the climate that we have. So I'd really like to focus on bringing in more tourism, bringing in more people to see what we have and enjoy the diversity.
After filming Whistler Council for the last 6 years, candidate Jessica Turner is anxious to throw her hat into the ring. While she might enjoy delving into the details of documents like the official community plan, as a busy mom, she realizes not everyone has time to weed through council packages and attend meetings. This young mom aims to strengthen the communication between council and the public.
Do you want some watermelon? Here, we'll put some down here. I think a lot of people feel disengaged from their council, which is fair enough because people's lives are busy. I think it's about getting it out there to the community, what's going on, and when really important things are coming up, that they know. And even if it's that you're standing in front of the grocery store, saying like, this is what's going on, let's talk, or at the coffee shop, you know, saying this is what's a regular date at the coffee shop, saying I'll be there. Let's sit down and talk.
All 7 candidates prioritized economic development, fiscal responsibility, and recreation in their platforms. Something Sturdy can feel good about.
Come on, let's go. We've got a great selection of candidates. I'm actually very impressed with who's come forward from the community to work on behalf of the community. So regardless of who ends up being making up council, I'm thinking that this is going to be a great council.